Our final laureate being inducted this evening is in the Hall of Fame is Mr. Joseph Pichler, and here to help me introduce him is Sarah Cranley. She is a senior at Seton High School. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Sarah Cranley.
Hi, Stephen.
Hello, Sarah. How are you?
Fine. How are you doing?
I know what your interests are. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am the student body president of Seton High School. I am an honor student. And by the way, I want your job, Miss Eubanks.
Surprise, surprise. I have to share with you earlier tonight, I didn't know about your interest in communications because she came over to the table and said, "Hi, how are you?" And she told me then she wanted my job, so I already had a hint of what was to come. So,
Gotta get in good with the big ones, you know?
Oh, this is good. She even knows how to suck up. So you're interested in being a communications major, right?
Yes, very interested.
All right. Being a communications major, what kind of figured the next thing you might be willing to do is what?
Well, I kind of figured the next question you might ask me is what I might be doing the next 50 years of my life.
Oh, you're very good. So what will you be doing in the next 50 years of your life?
Well, personally, 50 years from now, I'd like to be retired and living on a beach somewhere. That is, of course, after I become a famous TV news broadcaster.
Oh, okay. I'd like to room with you. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Yeah, all right.
Me and Dana.
You also brought an item that signifies Mr. Pichler's achievement. Oh.
Yes.
Communications is very literal. You brought dough.
Yeah.
Everyone else brought $20. You brought dough.
Yeah, I brought dough. I thought we could eat some, maybe. You know.
Okay.
I'm kind of full, though. That food was awesome.
Oh.
You know, Mr. Pichler supports our nation in many ways.
I see. Thank you very much, Sarah. Very nicely done. Dough and real dough. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. Sarah, I think she's got a great shot in broadcasting, don't you?
Thank you,
I think you'll do very well. You ready to say it? You know how to cue the tape?
Okay, guys, roll that tape.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Joseph A. Pichler started up the road to become chairman of our nation's foremost grocer in St. Louis, Missouri in 1939. He was the fifth of 6 children. His father, who emigrated from Austria to the United States in 1911, was a waiter in a restaurant that he would go on to eventually own. Mr. Pichler was raised in a simple yet joyous home, filled with all types of music. Classical was the family favorite. His parents early on instilled the importance of education and teamwork into their children. When Mr. Pichler was 11, his father suffered a stroke. 3 years later, his mother was diagnosed with terminal cancer. At a young age, Mr. Pichler lost both of his parents. But his family's faith-based core instilled teamwork and strength and saw them through the hardship.
Families, I think, are the key to development. I see it in my own life, I see it in the lives of my colleagues, and I see it in our customers. I think one of the great things about the supermarket business is we get to know our families who shop with us, and we are part of the community and part of their lives on a weekly basis or several times a week.
Mr. Pichler attended a Jesuit high school in St. Louis. It was a school that challenged him at every turn. His rigorous high school experience helped to shape his extraordinary academic career, a career that saw him graduate magna cum laude from Notre Dame University in 1961. Mr. Pichler went on to receive his MBA and PhD from the University of Chicago. He once said, "At the University of Chicago, learning was a contact sport." While in graduate school, Mr. Pichler married Susan Eyerly, who taught English at an inner-city school. He and Susan have 4 children. Mr. Pichler began his career in education as a professor at the University of Kansas School of Business. In 1968, he took a 2-year leave of absence from his teaching post to serve in Washington, D.C. as the special assistant to the Assistant Secretary for Manpower in the U.S. Department of Labor. Then, in 1974, Mr. Pichler became the dean of the University of Kansas School of Business. While serving as dean, he was asked to join the board of the Dillon Companies, a supermarket chain headquartered in Kansas. Mr. Pichler's quick ascent into the highly competitive grocery industry was underway. In 1980, Mr. Pichler joined Dillon as executive vice president. 2 years later, he was elected president. In 1983, Dillon merged with the Kroger Company, and Mr. Pichler was elected to Kroger's board. From 1986 through 1990, he served as president and chief operating officer. In 1990, Mr. Pichler was elected chairman and CEO of Kroger. During Mr. Pichler's tenure at Kroger, the company has grown to $49 billion in sales and includes nearly 2,400 stores in 32 states. The Kroger Company continues its long tradition of financial success under Mr. Pichler's guidance. Mr. Pichler's lifelong quest for educational excellence has never subsided. He constantly strives to enhance the lives of young people through education. He has chaired the corporate campaign for the Catholic Inner City Schools Endowment Fund. Mr. Pichler is a member of the Board of Trustees for Xavier University and Tougaloo College in Tougaloo, Mississippi. He has received the Ohio Governor's Award for co-founding the Greater Cincinnati Scholarship Association, which provides college scholarships to more than 700 needy high school graduates each year. In 1999, Mr. Pichler was one of 11 business leaders honored that year with the Horatio Alger Award for outstanding Americans who have achieved success in spite of tremendous adversity. Mr. Pichler is involved in numerous civic activities as well. He is a member of the Cincinnati Can Commission and also serves on the advisory board of the local chapter of the Salvation Army. Mr. Pichler has been a member of the board of the Greater Cincinnati Foundation, and music has never been far from his heart. Mr. Pichler is an advisory member of the Cincinnati Opera. Mr. Pichler's business associations have included serving as vice chairman of the board of the Food Marketing Institute and as a member of the board of Catalyst and the Business Council. He has been a member of the Cincinnati Business Committee since 1990 and served as chairman from 1997 through 1999. Mr. Pichler is an accomplished author as well. He co-authored Inequality, the Poor and the Rich in America and co-edited Ethics, Free Enterprise, and Public Policy. He is also the author of numerous professional articles in the areas of labor relations, economics, and ethics. Joseph A. Pichler's achievements have always boiled down to three things: family, education, and teamwork. Mr. Pichler has instilled these values in the vast Kroger family as well as his own. Tonight, we honor his contributions and accomplishments by inducting Joseph Pichler in the Greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Business Hall of Fame.
See this?
You've got it.
Yes, absolutely.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk. That's right.
That's an in joke in Kansas. There's only 2 million people who know it in Kansas. Thank you very much. I'm pleased and honored to be selected for membership in the Business Hall of Fame. It's a special privilege to be elected on the same evening as my good friend Bob Ott, who has contributed so much to our community. As you've seen in the film, my story is a family story of family love and family strength. My parents worked hard and sacrificed a great deal to raise 6 kids during the Depression and in the years of scarcity during World War II. They provided us with a loving, joyful home, and we learned a solid set of values from their example. After their death, my older brother and 3 sisters kept the family together. They pooled their resources so that I could attend that Jesuit high school. My older brother, who had 7 children of his own, dipped into his savings to help me during my first 2 years at Notre Dame. My family will always be my Hall of Fame. I've been equally blessed in my business career. The Kroger Company's success is founded on a commitment to serve customers, colleagues, and community. That commitment was personified in my predecessor and my dear friend Lyle Everingham, who was inducted into the Business Hall of Fame some years ago. I'm privileged to work every day with colleagues who carry on that legacy of service in the best Kroger tradition. Their decisions are founded on integrity. Their expertise ranks at the top of the business world, and they possess a rare ability to meet the challenges of our highly competitive industry with selfless energy and with a joyful spirit. I am most grateful to them. And I've seen these same qualities exhibited in the companies of Federated Department Stores and Millicron, on whose boards I'm honored to serve. My wish is that every child might experience the love that I received, learn the values that were lived by my parents, brothers and sisters, benefit from the support and encouragement that I was given while in school, and enjoy a career in an organization and with colleagues they respect and cherish. Some 40,000 youngsters in the Cincinnati area are receiving a solid start toward fulfilling that wish. The 1,300 volunteers of Junior Achievement give generously of their time and talent, serving as role models who encourage youngsters to complete their schooling, teach them the values of a free nation and a free economy, provide a first experience in business, and expand the vision of the future of their opportunities. I salute you. It is an honor to be recognized by Junior Achievement, an organization that cares so much. And I close, as always, with a kiss for Susan, whom I've loved for 41 years. Thank you very much.